right, everyone, just a quick update on our progress here on the back end of our W126. We have both axles installed now. Once you go to school on the driver's side, the passenger side is pretty simple. We also have our rear differential cover back in place and properly torqued, as well as the differential mount. Right now we've got to fill this thing up with fluid, so I'm going to make sure I tighten my drain bolt up a little bit more, and then we're going to pull our fill plug out and get some synthetic 7590 differential fluid into this diff, and then we'll move on. Next thing up will be to replace these nasty looking end links on the sway bar. We've got two new ones sitting over in the corner just waiting to get installed. Once we get the sway bar reattached to the car, we'll move over and we'll start to work on our brakes. All right, we're going ahead and pull these sway bar end links off next. We've got 17 millimeter nuts to contend with right up here and here, so we're going to pull this thing off next. All right, that wasn't too big of a deal, really. Since I already had the tie rod disconnected from the car, I didn't remove it completely from the car, but I did pull it off to one side so that I could tilt it up like that and get my impact wrench onto these ends right here, because they were really on tight. So that made things a lot easier, and put everything back together. And it's just a little awkward getting your wrench in there. I suppose if I had the dust shield off and all that, and I had all these brakes off, it would make it easier, but I didn't do all that. So the end link job here on the sway bar is really pretty simple. So I haven't been doing any painting or anything like that like I did on the front end, other than painting the axles. Now, well, I did paint the rear differential cover as well, but I'm going to save the cleanup work until I'm done with the brakes and the car is on the ground. I'll take it outside in the driveway, I'll put it on some jack stands, and I'll just hose down the whole underside with degreaser, and I'll get my pressure washer out and I'll clean it up real nice that way. And then any places that I want to spruce up with a little black paint, I'll probably do that. But right now, we're going to move on and get these rear brakes done. All right, here's what we have. I decided that I was not going to try to rebuild these calipers, mostly because I could not get these frozen pistons out of here. And instead of trying to win that battle, I decided to take the easy way out and to go ahead, and I bought some rebuilt calipers at the local parts house, and they will be just fine. I'm going to finish putting these together. I still have to put the pins and the clips in this one. I'm going to get these on the car. All right, here we are, a little update on our progress. We've got our rebuilt calipers from the part house installed, along with our new rear rotors. And I've got my makeshift vacuum bleeding brake system in place here. I'll hook up a vacuum pump to this, a handheld vacuum pump to this here in just a little while, and bleed those brakes. But this side is done and it's ready to be bled. So the other side I'm still working on. I just got this caliper placed up here. I haven't tightened the bolts down just yet. I still need to connect the brake line, and then I'll bleed this side as well. We are almost done with the rear end of this car. Well, all right, everyone, we are done with the rear end on this car. Well, at least as far as I'm going to take it right now anyway. In the recent videos, you've seen me install new shocks on the car, and we've rebooted these axles. We put the old school OEM style boots on them, and that required removing the outer spider joints, installing new cans, new O-rings, re-crimping the cans, and we also put a paint job on each axle. During all of this, we had to remove the differential mount and install a new one. Put a little paint on the rear differential cover, put new Lucas 7590 synthetic differential fluid in. I decided to go ahead and buy rebuilt brake calipers from the local parts house. Rear brake rotors, I'm not too picky about rear brake rotors, to be honest with you. I bought some cheap ones from Rock Auto. Couldn't pass up the price. If they start to wobble a little bit later on down the road, I'll buy some more expensive ones. But since this car is not going to be a daily driver, it's the rear brakes, I think it'll be okay. We also have new rear flex lines, and we have new end links on our sway bar. Okay, everyone, we're going to call this a video. Nothing to do now but head out and have ourselves a nice weekend road trip. I wanted to let you know that I really appreciate you guys stopping by my channel. And as always, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And we're going to talk to you guys real soon. Bye-bye.